Scorpio, welcome to your Astroflower weekly reading going from the 5th to the 11th of June. Joyous June, your monthly readings have already come out. Let's just see what's going on in this week here. I think the third week around about the 20th is going to be the most interesting time. And it seems to be things going on there. Let's just see what's going on here. Two of Cups. Yeah, getting the overall energy here is getting in... Obviously, we could say you could be falling in love with someone. That could be the overall energy. But that's because it's the overall energy, I would say it's more getting in tune with your higher self. Getting in tune with what you should be doing, where you should be going, the sort of things that make you feel good, basically. And this is not just on your relationship side. This could also be on your material side, on your job, your body, your projects or your business or what, those sort of things, basically. Any aspect of that. So, getting in tune with yourself, getting into that joyous June by the looks of it. Talking about that, I will be doing a live reading with Victoria over on Veritas Tarot on her channel. You'll find a link in the description below where you can ask questions, and we will be answering them together. It'd be quite fun. It's going to be a lot of fun, because life should be like that. Life should be fun. And apparently this week here should be for you as well. It should be getting in tune with yourself. What's on the karmic message for your relationship side? You've got the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay, so the overall energy is asking you to get in tune with yourself. Normally, I'd read it as a spend wisely. That's what I would say, and invest in your relationships wisely. That's possible. There is this overflowing energy that comes through that sort of says you're holding on to something too tightly. And you're not allowing yourself to connect with your higher being or your higher good self, of the fun side of you. And you might be just holding back a little bit. You've got the Four of Wands and Temperance that want to jump out there at the moment. So I think it's being patient with yourself, patient with the world around you, and that could be in concerns with people that are around you, or situations that are around you. So this could tie into being sort of wise in how you spend your, how you invest in your relationships. And it's choices you make of what you spend your time on. And I'd just be wary of holding on to things too tightly for this, because it doesn't seem like you'll be flowing into the Two of Cups there. With the universe here, the universe is sort of got your back here. I think they're sort of saying, don't worry about it, let go. When you want to, let's just say you want to go across a river, okay? You have to let go of one riverbank, in order to swim across to the other riverbank. And at some point, you've got to let go. And I think it's maybe being wise about how you let go of something in order for something else to evolve in your life. That's a possibility. And this could be with family, friends, community, as much as your partner or any future partner. If you're looking to find a future partner, maybe holding on too tightly to the criteria, being a bit too selective. And the universe is maybe here just sort of saying, look, relax, don't worry, we'll take you to, calmer waters. No, you get the Four of Cups as well. And that's how the guides are trying to influence this karmic message here. It's possible that you might have had like an experience or a situation within your relationships that are around you that has tainted you slightly as you go forward. And maybe it's like having the Nine of Wands a little bit too present in your life. That's possibly what it's about. And if you realize that, you know, you've got 2 4s here already, which is a very much like 2 squares, you know, will block energy, will block the free flow of things. And here you've got that 1 cup there. And that 1 cup there is, you know, it's part of those 3 cups there is almost been wasted. It's like you've done the circuit, as it were, you know, and it's, you've got to invest your energy into the relationship. The moment you do, you will connect with that 2 of cups. And the best thing about that 2 of cups is that aspect here where the moment you connect those 2 cups together, you create this vortex of energy and it becomes free flowing all by itself. And I think it's more a case here that you're worried about future things rather than that there is an actual problem per se. And I wouldn't worry about the future. You know, be concerned about the here and now maybe. And I mean concerned in the way of like being there in the here and now. And that's probably what you need to be. A little bit less cautious, I think, about your relationships around you. Yeah, and this is it. So your guides are trying to egg you on. You know, I know it's difficult, Scorpio. I know sometimes it's like, you know, I've had a lot of Scorpios in my life. And you're very cautious beings. I put it down to the fact that the Scorpion is much smaller than every other sign. Smaller than the goat or the ram, smaller than Taurus, smaller than the 2 beings of thingy. You know, you could equate it to any other sign. It's almost as if you're looking out to be trampled on. And I think everything is sort of saying to you here, don't worry about it. You know, yeah, things are going to go wrong, and they will always go wrong. Nature is not perfect either. Perfection doesn't really exist. And when we get things wrong, we learn a lot. So I wouldn't worry about getting things wrong. That used to be my motto. Don't worry about getting things wrong. Worry about not being involved. You know, that used to be my motto. Or I used to say to people a lot, you know, in my healing sessions. And this star card here is like your future guide sort of egging you on, sort of saying, live for your dreams and aspirations, basically. Live for your dreams and aspirations. And I think you deserve this, Scorpio. Looking at your readings over the past, you know, over the past year, I think you've done a huge amount of work, not only on yourself, but also your interaction with the world around you. And yeah, don't go backwards, go forwards is the thing that sort of keeps coming back to me. Don't go backwards, go forwards. Let's just see what's going on your material side of life, on your jobs, business and projects and stuff like that. You get the 3 of Cups. So the 3 of Cups is obviously a joyous celebrationary sort of thing. You could be celebrating a new job, a new part of your business, even opening a business or starting a project and stuff like that. It's very joyous. It's also a fact that you're one of those persons bringing one of your cups to the situation, bringing your cup to the party. That's what it ties into the 2 of Cups as well. So I think on your material side, I think it's very clear for you going forward what the situation is, and it's very clear for you going forward. You've got a clear path, a clear defined direction you should be taking, and it should be a joyous thing. I think it should be a joyous thing. Let's see what's going on with the universe, how the universe is influencing you. King of Wands. Yeah, it's as I said, it should be a joyous experience. And when you do apply that, when you do get involved joyously, you're going to come, you know, out of your shell and really come into your own and be in a very powerful position financially. or powerful position in regards to your job and your career path and your business, you're going to feel that strength, and you feel like you're incarnating that path, that very clear path for you going forward. Seven of Pentacles. Nurturing that new path, nurturing that new connection, nurturing those new networking angles that you've got in your life. It is that point of looking after the seeds that you've already sown through, in your life. And, you've got the Nine of Pentacles turning up here as well. And that's connecting to everything. Feeling that abundance coming through. It may not be here yet, but certainly feeling it. And I think this is where your guides are trying to help you to recognize the fact that you have nurtured this path going forward. You have created this sort of situation which is very beneficial towards you. And it's beneficial in the sense that going forward, you know where you're going and you know where you're going to get the results. That's what I feel like. And they may not necessarily be there yet, but it definitely does feel very, it does feel very certain is the word I'm looking for. Certain for you. And you've put in the work, and you should know this as well, Scorpio. Heading towards a new cycle. Look at this. You've got the World and the Star. This is what you're heading towards on both sides, on your relationship side as much as on your material side. And the World is a new cycle that's coming up. And yes, it's not quite there. You're still in your summer period. And, getting the best out of that summer period is going to be really good for you. It's going to open up the doors for a much longer term plan by the looks of it. And it makes a lot of things possible on your materials, on your relationship side as well. If you can just quell that doubt and that looking into the past. Look to the future. It's going to be great. Joyous June. Get into it. Really do get into it, Scorpio. Joyous June. Four of Wands. The combining of two of Wands. So this is like you've got these two people here. One of them has 2 wands and the other person has 2 wands. And then you're joining those two plans together. That planning that you've put forward into your life. And this is as much in your relationship as much as it is on your material side. I think on the material side it's a bit more obvious. On the relationship side, it's just a bit of, I think it's more of an trepidation for the future, or how these relationships can pan out for you, basically. But whatever it is, this combining of these two here is going to make things very, very solid in your life. You've now got 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, and the 4 of Wands on your card. So that goes to the 12. It's the 3 as well, because there's 3 of them. We're talking, the only thing it hasn't got is the swords. The 4 of Swords. Which is that healing aspect of it all. And I think that's what you've got, maybe what you might be going through on your relationships at the moment. It may feel like you've been through things in the past, and those things there you've now got to get over. And this is going to be like the accumulation of a healing process that you're going through at this moment. And it takes time. Don't be hard on yourself. It takes time. Everything takes time. And, I do it, obviously, that's my main job. That's what I do, and I've been doing it for 30 years as a healer. And I've worked with people for 20, 30 years, you know, and the changes that I see people go through, there's some things that are really quick and there's some things that take a long time. And I think this is a long-term thing that needs to be put to bed. I think you're hurting yourself, Scorpio, and I wouldn't. You know, I wouldn't be so hard on yourself. I'd cut yourself a bit of slack, I think. Because whatever happens, both sides here are going towards that Four of Wands, which is, and you've got the world on one side, the Star on the other. This is a new paradigm, a new raison d'être, a new way of being for you. And with this new way of being, it opens up, you know, it's like going through a door into a whole new landscape that you need to discover and explore. And you don't know anything about that landscape as yet. And any of the problems you had in the past may no longer exist in that new landscape. And I think that's possibly the key to this situation. Realizing that you can leave, you know, some things in the past. It's lesson learned, done, dusted. Healing is now done. And we can walk on happily to the future. Let's just do a bit of light seers. Let's see if we can get some clarification on that. Let's go start with the Two of Cups. With the Two of Cups, you get the Six of Wands. Yeah. Let me just show you something here, which I think is quite interesting. If you look at that Queue de Six, which is like the staff of Tot or Thoth or whatever, you know, the Egyptian god of time. You've got it there. And this is like that staff that is going right through the middle of it. Success is guaranteed for you, and it comes beautifully into the Four of Wands as well. Success is guaranteed to you if you engage it with that Ace of Cups here on this side, and in your relationship, and on your material side, by joining in, networking, getting involved with everything that is around you. That's what it's saying to me. The moment you join your cup to the whole sort of thing in your life and quell your doubts, it's going to be blistering for you. It's going to be really good for you, I think. With the Four of Pentacles, we get the Four of Pentacles. I you know, it's what I said basically. It seems like just sort of saying, yeah, doubling down on that. I think you need to let go of old ways within your relationships, so you can discover new, joyous, and idealistic sort of relationships within your life. And this could be with anyone within your relationships. With the Six of Swords, we get the Knight of Swords. The universe here is sort of saying, yeah, we're calling to a mission here. You know, you've got this, it's with the Six of Swords, so the universe is trying to take you over to calmer shores. And they're sort of saying, as you go, there's the universe is sort of saying, the reason we're doing this is because you have a new mission in your life. And that is that Star card. And that's what you should be running towards, I think. Don't forget, perfection does not exist. Perfection only exists in energy, for example. You know, energy, and the first inhalation, so breath we take on this planet, and the last exhalation. That's the only time that perfection exists. The rest of it, it's, you know, bit of a Jackson Pollock painting. It's just exploring, basically, and I think this is what you should be doing, Scorpio. With the Four of Cups, you get the Five of Wands. The past might have been conflictual within your relationships. The thing is, with the Five of Wands, what's happening here is this person at the top of it is realizing that Ace of Cups, which is in the Four of Cups, and realizing that actually they could be the best example of themselves. And when they do, they pull their wand out of the Five of Wands and free themselves from that conflict. And that Four of Wands is at the top of there. So you can go from that old dimension, which may appear to have been somewhat chaotic, conflictual, and moving to something that is much more joyous and joy fulfilling within your life. And it's up to you. It's up to you, Scorpio. It really is up to you. Yeah, you have the capacity within you for it to be brilliant. With the Star card, you get the Knight of Wands. Very, very sociable cards. If that's what you're after, you know, if you want that sociable side of life, you've got it. Live it. Live your dream life, basically. That's what it's saying here. Don't worry about the past. Live your dream life. Live your future. Okay? On your material side, you get the Page of Wands. A lot of wands, actually, on the clarification. Page of Wands, it's exploring your passions within your financial or your material world. So your job, your business, your projects and stuff like that. Connecting with other people, instilling your passions within your situation, within your workspace, within your job, your business and your projects. And really starting to open up and enjoy life. And I think it's going to bring you that success. I think it's going to bring you that Six of Wands there. It's going to be that cup that you're bringing to the situation as you pull into your higher self and you become your higher self within your material world. Yeah, I think there's a lot going for you. With the King of Wands, you have the Ten of Pentacles. There is a lot of abundance coming your way if you actively go towards it. If you lead yourself to it. That's what you should be leading yourself towards. That's what the universe is trying to encourage you to do within your life on a personal level. With the Six of Pentacles, you get the Temperance card. Yeah, being a little patient, basically. Did that not come out earlier on? I think it did. It was sort of like wanted to flip out, I think, earlier on. But anyway, yeah, temperance is this is what nurturing's all about. It's understanding when to push and when to let the flow take you. You know, when to push and when to be still and at ease, basically. And it's like the sun is raised you up during the day and you rest during the night. That's as simple as it. And that's what patience is all about. Patience about tomorrow. You need to sleep in order for you to have enough energy for the next day to be up and ready to rock and roll. And this is what the Temperance card as well is. Patience only comes before action. So nurturing this and being patient about it this week, just being patient about your networking, your enjoyment and everything like that. Don't expect too much of it as yet. It's going to come, I think, and it's going to be very evident in the following week. The World, you get the Knight of Pentacles. This is great for this card here as well, for this side. With the World card is obviously you get a new cycle coming up for you. You got the King of Swords as well, and I think it's pretty clear for you that path, as I said earlier on. This, and it's the long-term path as well. The Knight of Pentacles, he plants seeds as he goes. So when he goes back through that sort of his landscape, he's always got fruit to eat as he goes. Because he's planting as he goes. He's much more concerned about the long-term plan. It is nurturing your future. That's what it's all about with that Seven of Pentacles. You know. With the Four of Wands, you get the Queen of Pentacles. So you're flanked by 2 knights here. And you've got a knight at the bottom here as well, I've got to say. So you've got 3 knights on the table in the clarification. Just trying to see, there wasn't another knight. No, there wasn't another knight on there. Yeah, you get the Queen of Pentacles as clarifying the 4 of Wands. It's going to, this new landscape that you're going to be exploring, not only on your relationship side, but also on your financial side, is going to bring you security in knowledge. So security by doing one thing, and that's the result, and that's what I get. And it's understanding that process, learning about it, exploring it, putting your passions and your heart's desires into it. You know, the Queen of Pentacles, normally she's, and this card here, she's sat at the Tree of Knowledge, at the base of Tree of Knowledge. So that's what she's being covered with. She's, in fact, funny enough, what do you think? She looks exactly the same as me. Well, she doesn't look the same as me, but her situation does. I'm sat in this lovely tree here, in this beautiful landscape around me, exploring life. Through knowledge, through 30, 40 years of exploring energies, basically. Yeah, and so this is awaiting for you, Scorpio. This is awaiting you, this understanding. You know, this she's going into this. She's got that pentacle in her hands, but if you can see on that card there, she's actually got her eyes shut. She's really clear about where she's going. It just feels so satisfying, the future. It's just waiting for you, basically, Scorpio. Look to the forward. Look to the future. I think that's the best thing. Don't forget that weekly reading, live reading coming out on the 11th of June over at Veritas Tarot with Victoria. That's going to be absolute great fun. Links in the description below. I will see you there for that. In the meantime, you've also got your monthly reading that just came out. Thank you very much for your support for this channel. It's absolutely beautiful to see. Lovely people. Yes, I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.